You see how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work.
When did the money start coming in?
That started coming in, I want to say like 2 weeks after. And I knew it was different because now it wasn't, oh, we'll give you $2,000 for a video. It was $45,000 for a video, $85,000 for a video. My teeth are falling out of my head and I need your help. And I hate that I have to go to the internet and ask for help because everyone's struggling, but I don't know what else to do.
Jules Lebron begging for coins on TikTok is a symptom of a lot of influencer problems I'm seeing right now. Where
I have a list this big of things that I need as well, and I would love for people to help me out. But instead of begging people, I'm working.
How did you fuck that bag up that you were getting? Isn't this you?
If you've been on TikTok over the last couple of years, chances are you've heard the words very demure, very mindful. But the woman behind that viral phrase, Jules Lebron, is now going viral for a very different reason. Before the fame, Jules was already documenting her life online. She has been open about being a trans woman, her past struggles with drug addiction, financial difficulties, and different parts of her personal life. Then came the moment that completely changed everything. Very demure, very mindful went viral, and suddenly Jules became one of the biggest talking points on the internet. With that attention came brand deals, collaborations, appearances, and according to Jules herself, she started making very good money. Now, what happened to that money and what Jules says she invested and spent it on is something we're going to get into later. So before I get ahead of myself, let's stay with why we're here today. Because Jules is asking the internet for money again. And I say again because this isn't the first time she has publicly asked her followers for financial help. In the past, she has asked for help with things like rent, a car, and other expenses. And this actually brings up a bigger conversation about influencers. At what point does asking your audience for support become too much? And do some influencers become so used to having an audience that they start seeing their followers as a financial safety net? Because regular people have rent, regular people have medical and dental bills, regular people have unexpected expenses too. But most people don't have thousands or millions of followers they can turn to and ask for help. So should influencers be held to a different standard because of the opportunities and money their platforms can bring them? Or are they just like everybody else and should be allowed to ask for help when they need it? Keep that question in mind because we're coming back to it. Now guys, this time Jules came on TikTok to ask for help with her teeth. She recently started a GoFundMe asking her followers to help pay for dental work. She spoke about dental costs of around $10,000 according to her, but the fundraising goal on the GoFundMe was set at more than $40,000. And that is where the conversation really started. People are now questioning why someone who became extremely successful from a viral moment, received major brand opportunities, and reportedly made significant money is once again asking her audience to financially support her. And trust me, people have a lot to say about this. So let's get into what Jules has said, where the money apparently went, why she's asking her followers for help now, and why the internet is so divided over it. And after we go through everything, I'll come back and give you my opinion on the whole situation.
You see how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful while I'm at work. See how I look very presentable? The way I came to the interview is the way I go to the job. A lot of you girls go to the interview looking like Marge Simpson and go to the job looking like Patty and Selma. Not demure. I'm very modest. I'm very mindful. You see my shirt? Only a little chichi out, not my chocho. Be mindful of why they hired you. Here's your reality check, diva. What's the name you'd like me to make it out to?
Like, I am happy it happened, but it's like, but why am I not happy? Like, why am I not happy? Like, all my dreams are coming true.
When did the money start coming in?
That started coming in, I want to say like 2 weeks after. And I knew it was different because now it wasn't, oh, we'll give you $2,000 for a video. It was $45,000 for a video, $85,000 for a video. Everything taken care of, everything paid.
Right.
And it's coming from some of the same brands that were paying me $2,000 a video.
So the brands that had been paying you $2,000 now are upping it to $45,000.
They're upping it to $45,000, $60,000, $50,000.
Was that more money than you'd ever made in your life?
Ever made my family and my entire family life, if anything.
Right.
Something that was so big that like no one had ever seen before, like in my family or even me at all.
You see how I do my makeup for work? Very demure, very mindful. I don't come to work with a green cut crease. I don't look like a clown when I go to work. I don't do too much. I'm very mindful while I'm at work. See how I look very presentable?
I always do my own makeup. I have a diva here who did my makeup. OMG, say hi. But diva, makeup came out great. I'm gonna tag her down below. I'm gagged. I'll see you girls at the TikTok Awards.
Marissa Hammonds, who is our global...
Oh, divas, it was a gaggarella. OMG, they had me presenting. The screens didn't work for whatever reason. But I felt glam, I felt gorgeous, I felt fierce, and it went off without a hinge. And the winner for Muse of the Year is...
Then we remove all the teeth.
My teeth fixed! Okay, so welcome to Jules' journey. I went mega viral and through the spiral of getting chewed up and ate out by the entertainment system, I fell into a bout of unsobriety that's letting me into recovery now. All of that was worded terribly. I'm in recovery. I'm sober now. Now it's day 5 of me fixing my life. Not day 5 of me being sober, but it's day 5 of me fixing my life. Day 16! Okay, it's day 16 of sobriety. Day 5 of me fixing my life. It took 11 days for me to fix out. Anyway, get ready. I'm gonna go to the dentist today. I'm working with a dentist who's gonna fix my teeth. And we're gonna put out content for him. And we're gonna get these teeth nice and back in order. No, the thing is, my teeth aren't terrible. They're cute. I love my smile. Oh, babe, do I have some terrible, terrible news for you? I just think I need a little dental composite, some whitening, a few cavities filled, and we'll be good. I'm not trying to get veneers, bitch. Divas, I'm here. Okay, I decided to put a lip on because, girl, what was that about?
The gum line.
Okay.
All right.
My gum lines were cedar, girl. I feel worse now. I'm like, girl, what are they doing to you? They're like, so let's start. We gotta take them all out. We gotta take them all out.
So the way this works is, patient comes in for a surgery. They put X number of implants in place. For example, mostly 6 on the top, anywhere between 4 to 6 on the bottom. You know, this has been life-changing, and I want to change everything else.
Yeah.
I want to change the way I dress. I want to change the way my hair looks.
Yeah. That's how I feel now.
6 months later,
I have to get surgery on my teeth. 18 of my 30 teeth are ruined and need to be fully replaced. I look so skinny today too. So thank you, Acme Dentistry, because I'm about to. I'm so scared. Divas, I don't know. Finally, someone noticed. I've been taking care of my teeth, girl. I've been doing my part because I was supposed to have a teeth makeover, but I kind of got ghosted on it, if I'm going to be real with you. I didn't want to bring it to the internet because I felt like, I don't know. I don't want anyone to get dragged. That's my thing. I'm not here for anyone to become the internet's punching bag. So I don't know what happened, but girl, I started going to a local dentist. I got a few things done and just to keep me baseline good. And finally someone noticed. Ah! Now that I'm not spending my money on drugs, I'm spending it on bettering my life. Ain't God good? Thank you, Diva. I appreciate it.
As you can see, after the very demure, very mindful video went viral, Jules had so many opportunities. The brand deals and collaborations started coming in, and she even went on to present at the TikTok Muse Awards. That shows you just how big her platform had become. But now that we understand how big that viral moment was for her, let's get into what actually brings us here today.
My teeth are falling out of my head and I need your help. Listen, I'm very uncomfortable making this video because this is a video I thought I'd never have to make. About maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I had a deal with a dentist and he was going to completely take out all my teeth and give me a brand new set of teeth because through addiction, my teeth are severely destroyed. And the deal ended up falling through. And for the past maybe 2 months, you guys know I've been on my own dental health journey. I've gotten, a few cavities filled. I had a root canal. And every time I go to the dentist, it's made clear to me, I'm fighting an uphill battle. Like, it's being made clear to me that no matter how much I do here, I'm gonna eventually have to take out all my teeth. And I've already spent $6,000 on this. So I don't know what else to do. I don't want to ask my community for help, but I feel like I have no other choice at this point. I would love to go get a regular job. Girl, don't get me wrong, but even then, I don't think that that's going to help my situation. In a dismissive kind of way, like, I'm streaming every day and it's becoming very successful. I've gained a good amount of followers over just a matter of weeks. But I know that it's gonna be a few months until that's stable. And I wanted to fix my teeth on my own, but I can't like go on like this. Like, every day it hurts. It hurts to drink water. It hurts to drink water, girl. Like, I have a hole on each side of the upper side of my teeth, and it hurts. All my teeth are moving and they hurt all the time. And I'm just tired of being in pain. And I hate that I have to go to the internet and ask for help because everyone's struggling, but I don't know what else to do. And I feel like such a loser for crying and being like, donate to my GoFundMe. Like, girl, I got sober. I did everything I had to do. I'm trying to like be a full-time influencer still. And clearly I don't think it's working out in the best manner, but everyone always says, reach out when you need help. I need help. I really need help. And not for something facetious or something that, isn't impacting my health directly. Like, I've wanted to come out here and be like, guys, help me get boobs, and guys, help me get my face, but like, I can live like this. I need to eat. Like, well, I'm the worst. I'm sorry. But like, like, it hurts. It hurts to drink things. It hurts to eat. It hurts. I'm brushing 3 times a day. There's still fucking blood coming out of my mouth. I have a hole in my tooth. And I just have no money to fix it. I don't. And I didn't want to admit that to the internet because it feels like I'm such a loser. How do you go from being like influencer of the year, word of the year, and now you're on the internet asking for help? It's so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed. But I need help. I really do. There's a link in my bio if you want to go help me. I really appreciate it. If you can't, I understand. I really do understand. Everyone's in a compromising position. And I'm not trying to cry for sympathy. I just feel so uncomfortable. Like, I also feel so uncomfortable in my skin. Like, girl, I'm already struggling being trans. I just want to be able to, like, talk and it doesn't hurt. Like, I want to be able to, like, smile and like what I see and I just don't. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know people come out here, they're, everyone can make a GoFundMe for whatever reason they have. I've donated tens of thousands of dollars when I could to people's GoFundMes, but I just can't. I don't have it right now. I don't have anything, and I just need help. I know that if I continue to be consistent streaming, we'll be good. I'm already getting brain deals back again, but right now, the next month or two, I need to do something about this because I'm going through it.
This influencer is going viral for starting a GoFundMe and asking fans to fund her getting some teeth work done. Now, you might remember this creator, Jools, who went viral a few years ago for her very demure, very mindful TikTok viral sensation. She was truly everywhere, and that slogan stuck with so many. But just yesterday, she came online asking her fans to help her with support in getting her teeth done. She said her teeth were rotting out of her head and she needed her supporters and fans' help to fund it. Well, this was no small amount of money. She was asking for $45,000 for her fans to support her because she had been in contact with the dentist and the plan had fallen through. Now, she had gotten a ton of backlash, so much so she has removed the GoFundMe GoFundMe, and she has refunded everyone who was willing to give a contribution to her. After fans heard this, they were really taken aback, saying, how on earth could you be begging for people to pay for your teeth to be done when you were making hundreds of thousands of dollars? And this wasn't something people were just making up. She even reported this herself. She was getting tons of brand support like this.
The money started coming in.
That started coming in, I want to say like 2 weeks after. And I knew it was different because now it wasn't, oh, we'll give you $2,000 for a video. It was $45,000 for a video, $85,000 for a video.
So when fans remembered these videos, they were like, there's no way you're coming here asking for $45,000 when just one brand alone was offering you that much money. Now, as I stated, she did remove the GoFundMe. She did refund everyone back, but it does have fans questioning what is going on with influencers. Jools did admit on a video back in April that she had been struggling with substance abuse.
Unfortunately, mega virality and a Charlie XCX sponsorship did lead to substance abuse, believe it or not.
So it's unclear where all of her money went. She has been very vocal and honest about how she owns an apartment building or an apartment complex and does support a lot of her family, but it definitely has fans saying, how on earth do you feel comfortable coming to the people who've built you up to 2.5 million followers and then begging them for money? Anyway, I want to hear your thoughts. Did you see this video? And tell me your thoughts down in the comments.
Jules Lebron has always been a grifter and, dare I say, a bad person. Let me preface this by saying my point of this video is not to dogpile or to contribute to the echo chamber of the trending topic revolving her right now. It's to shed light on her as a character. The internet should have never gave her a platform because she has constantly used it for the worst. So if you have absolutely no clue on Jules' lore or her background, aside from the whole very demure, very mindful situation, begging on the internet is something she has never been ashamed of and something she is not new to. She has begged her followers to help her for money with paying rent, paying her car, buying a car, buying fast food. Every single time that she is begging on the internet, she is very strategic about it. For one, she's known for her glam. She's known for her beauty. I will give her a prop. She's amazing at makeup. And it's kind of funny when I say this, but whenever she's getting ready to put on her begging hat, she's very strategic about it. She comes on the internet with her hair not done, no makeup on. Without fail, she is always sobbing with no tears. And it's one thing to come online and ask strangers for help with, your essentials. It's another thing to do it under a false premise. For example, it was a whole situation a couple years ago where she came on here and begged in front of her 900,000 followers at the time, where she said she needed help paying off her car and she couldn't make rent for that month. She set up a GoFundMe, raised thousands of dollars, and proceeded to go to a Beyonce concert. And it's kind of funny because whenever her followers called her out for it, called them haters, blocked them, or responded to their comments going on whole tangents, sending her followers to give them hate. She says she needs money for one thing, but she never uses it for what she actually says she needs it. I know at the beginning of the video, I did say I wasn't going to dogpile on the trending situation right now around her, but she even did that for this one. I only think this is hilarious because it's not me. I never sent her money. I would never send her money. She said on a live that she only needed $10,000 to get her teeth fixed. She put on the GoFundMe $45,000. Like I said, it's only funny because I didn't donate. Another example of Jules being a bad person is that she notoriously doxes and puts other people's lives at risk when she's not getting her way. For example, it was a whole situation not too long ago where basically she was getting hate comments on one of her posts, which, mind you, is expected if you consider yourself or you want to be, or if you are a public figure. She was getting a few hate comments on one of her posts, and instead of blocking the person like a normal person should, she went on their account, saw that they were in middle school, made a post doxing these 12-year-olds' name, age, and school. And if that wasn't bad enough, she then proceeded to call their school and try and get them suspended. Or the comments that were so bad, they called her big. She got this mad because she was called big. Piggyback off of the doxing and hate mongering trend that she seems to constantly do, another thing that she's known for doing is if you are not attracted to her, her ego is so fragile and she thinks she is so much bigger than the program that she will publicly humiliate you. I'm not too sure exactly when this happened. There was a whole situation where I think it was some guy and her were at the same event, and he saw her, and of course she was trending at the time. She was very popular, so he asked her if they could do a TikTok together, and they did that TikTok together, and everything seemed cool. Like, she was very reciprocative and friendly in the moment. He went home to go post it and tag her, and she had blocked him. Obviously, he's confused. He was like, hey, like, I thought we were cool. I thought we were like connecting. Why did you block me? He went on a 3-post tangent going on about how he was using her because he had blocked her on Grindr before and proceeded to refer to him as her ex, just made a whole bunch of fabricated lies about this man simply because he was not attracted to her. He was publicly humiliated, shamed, and demonetized over something that didn't even happen. And I only believe that it didn't even happen because she's done that so many times before with her past friends, past exes, if you can even call them that, and family members. Moral of the story is Jules has a history of being very problematic, very colorist, and very hate-mongering, and that's not very demure.
As someone who has asked their followers for money, I'm going to weigh in on this Jules Lebron issue. I think people see your account with millions of followers and they think that that equates to money. Guys, that is so far from the truth. TikTok does not pay anything, okay? I think people see, oh, her videos are doing really well, so she must be making thousands on each video. She's not. I guarantee you, she's not. TikTok does not pay what they used to. They don't. It's just what it is. Now, I'm not saying that she's never made any money at all. I'm not saying that. And she could have made some better choices. But I want people to stop saying, because a lot of the people in their videos, you have millions of followers. You could have 10,000 followers and still make more money than me, depending on how you use your account. Now, could she use it better? Absolutely. But I promise you, it doesn't equate the way people think it does. And if you don't want to support her, then don't support her. No one's making you donate. I mean, it's just what it is. I think she's brave to come on and tell you, hey, I don't have it like that. I think she's brave to tell people that. And I think a lot of people would want to do it if they were in her shoes.
The craziest thing about this Jules Lebron situation to me is that she initially set the price, the GoFundMe price, at $45,000, right? And then when she was getting caught out, she put it to $9,000. So in my head, it's giving you were about to pocket $36,000 motherfucking dollars. Like, because you gotta think of it like this, right? When you do a GoFundMe, you always put the price of whatever you're doing, and then you might throw in like an extra $1,000 for like tax and change and shit if something goes left. I don't know. Hotel rooms, I don't know. So so $9,000 is covering her whole mouth procedure. So that $45,000, she was about to pocket y'all's money. That bitch was about to spend a good $9,000 on her teeth and then go ball out. Because if y'all haven't been on her live, she's broke as fuck right now. And she's very vocal about it. That's why I don't like, at first when this whole situation came out, I was like, oh, I don't want to knock her while she's down. Like, I feel like she's being very vulnerable with people. Come to find out, go down the Jules lore, this is a normal habit of her. This is like her third or fourth time doing a GoFundMe for some shit like this. Not even a GoFundMe, but just begging her followers. But I was on her live the other day for a hot minute now, and I don't even sit on people's lives for that long. And she was talking about how she's broke and her addiction, and I like how she's open, but genuinely, you can't watch those interviews of her talking about getting $45,000 for one brand deal, and now you're just looking at her crazy. But yeah, y'all, the whole crazy thing about it, she really was about to pocket $36,000 of y'all's money. Like, and the crazier thing is, y'all, she was probably just gonna get something simple like veneers. Like, I'm talking like just the veneers where they rip out all your teeth, like not even like the ones from a real dentist. Like, that's what it was giving. But dang, this girl. Oh my God.
We all know this creator. She's the one that started the trend, very demure, blah, blah, blah. She's asking people for donations to fix her teeth, right? And she's crying, saying that due to her substance abuse, her teeth are rotten and she needs like 40-something K to fix her teeth. This is a creator who never really helped out the immigrant community, a creator who doesn't do anything for anybody else, a creator that owns 3 apartments in her building, by the way, a creator that made fuck you money, okay, not too long ago, a creator that continues making a shit ton of money, asking regular people for donations to fix her teeth. She also went on to say that, yeah, she could get a job, but that's not gonna help out her situation. Okay, so then you want us, regular fucking poor people, to help you out because you refuse to get a job because you're lazy, you abused your body, you abused alcohol and drugs, and that is why your teeth are the way that they are. And now it is our job to help you, because we are supposed to be good citizens, even though you quite literally had so much fucking money and you wasted it on partying and alcohol and drugs. Jules, I have a list this big of things that I need as well, and I would love for people to help me out. But instead of begging people, I'm working. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that these fucking creators think that they can say one little word and become so viral and famous, and all of a sudden it is your job to help them out, it is your job to get them out of the fucking shit that they got themselves into, is absolutely disgusting when Jules hasn't done anything for anybody else other than herself. She now deleted the video, and she is now saying that she deleted the GoFundMe account, that she's gonna figure out a way of doing it. Yeah, babe, as a grown person, you should have figured out a way to do it. How could you sit there and say, I could get a job, but that's not gonna help on my situation? I'm sorry. Oh, okay, so we're supposed to like work our asses off, put food on our tables, take care of our kids, do whatever us poor people do, and on top of that, take care of influencers that didn't know what to do with their money? Fuck out of here. That's not very demure of you.
That wasn't very demure of you. And you're right, people are struggling. Some people are struggling to even put food on the table. And you have the nerve to get on here to try to have your followers donate to you $40,000 for dental work. How did you fuck that bag up that you were getting? Isn't this you?
When did the money start coming in?
That started coming out, I want to say like 2 weeks after. And I knew it was different because now it wasn't, oh, we'll give you $2,000 for a video. It was $45,000 for a video, $85,000 for a video. Everything taken care of, everything paid.
$45,000 per video, $85,000 per video. Not a month, per video. You were making some people's yearly salary in one video. What did you do with all that money?
Jules Lebron begging for coins on TikTok is a symptom of a lot of influencer problems I'm seeing right now, where people just don't think that they have to work to get money. But being a content creator is still a full-time job. I'm Chris. I've been working in the creator economy for over 5 years now, and I work with a lot of brands to connect them with influencers and creators. So when you're looking for brand partnerships, yes, you're looking for a creator that has great views, good engagement, a solid following, but that's not everything. Are they truly influencing their followers' purchasing power or behavior? When it comes to Jules and her content, she had that awesome moment with Demure. With being a creator, you can't rest on your laurels, which if you're not willing to put in the work, which she literally says in her video.
So have you ever been an internet celebrity and tried to get a job?
That she doesn't want to get a job, she doesn't want to work. That behavior is going to reflect in your TikTok views. It's going to reflect in your bank account. You need to have a work ethic to get results in the creator economy. And that is what I think is the problem with the whole Demure thing. She was given this amazing opportunity to turn this into, you know, a business and a brand long term. It's clear that she mismanaged her money. I also do think like some of the attitude she's shown. I saw this video posted by a creator, and he talks about how she treated him so poorly when he went up to her at an event because he didn't reciprocate her advances on Grindr. She ends up posting these videos about him and blasting him and getting other people to talk about him. And, you know, she's also like led these mobs against other queer people. I'm sorry, but that's not going to work out in your favor. And just having a viral moment and even being a creator with millions of followers doesn't give you license to treat people that way and think that you're above others. You're above working, people not reciprocating the way you want to be validated, starting drama and complaining. It's not going to be enough to pay your bills. She's just going to keep doing this again. It's just enabling behavior.
I am so sick of influencers. I'm sick of influencer culture. I'm sick of influencers begging for people's hard-earned money. I'm sick of how they mistreat their fans. I'm sick of them being entitled. I'm sick of all of it. I'm sick of all of it. You can't sell me shit anymore. I don't care what you were peddling. I'm not going to buy it. I'm at a point where I'm like fed up. And Jules Lebron is no exception. She once was a regular person working a regular job before she blew up after Very Demure. And she was making more money than some people even make in the full year of their salary, right? And now she's getting on this app begging. And this is not her first GoFundMe. This is like her second or third. She's getting on this app begging for the working class people, the people that work 9 to 5, the people that watch her content, to help her pay for $45,000 of dental work from her own mismanaging of her funds and doing rugs. I followed Jules before this, and now I'm kind of off of her. She literally admitted that she was making hand over fist and brand deals and money, and she blew all that because she was on rugs. She blew it on rugs and other things. So why is it that people in this economy, working class people, have to pay for your mistakes and your mismanagement. Mind you, fine, if your followers want to pay or whatever, that's cool. It would never be me. It could never be me. I will never donate to an influencer anything. You won't catch me giving an influencer a dime a day in my life. Anybody on this app, I'm not giving a dime to because half the time they don't do what they're supposed to be doing with the money. We've seen this multiple times. You get called out, right? Because people are appalled because look at the state of the economy. You make more money still even to this day with brand deals or on this app than most people do in a year. And you come back with a nasty fucking attitude talking about, well, I can't even work a job. Like, what do you mean? As a celebrity on this app, you're a celebrity on this app. Okay. Azila, a celebrity on this app. As a celebrity on this app, what am I going to do working a 9 to 5? I could still pay my bills with, my influencing, but I just can't pay for my teeth. Like, with a full attitude said that with their chest. So you're asking people who are working a 9 to 5 to pay your teeth, but you refuse to go get a second job while influencing. You can. There's plenty of influencers that have done it, that have gone back to work. You refuse to go get a second job while influencing to pay for your teeth. Like, are you like you're above people who work 9 to 5s now? That's what you were doing prior to this. And this is what I'm saying about these influencers. They lose touch. I'm so sick of them. You can't go get a job. And now she took the GoFundMe down. She got an attitude, but apparently now a dentist is going to help her. You know what's crazy is the average person couldn't get that type of help. Wouldn't be able to get that type of money out of a GoFundMe or somebody on this app willing to do the work because they're not an influencer. This is what I'm talking about. I'm sick of influencer culture. Jools was wrong for that. I don't care what any of y'all say. You got other influencers now supporting her. Please stop. Please stop. You guys are just so out of touch. Please leave the working people alone. Stop trying to ask for money from the actual working class people. If you need money, go get a second job. Like, it gets to a point. That's what everyone else does. Get a second job and put it on care credit. That's what the average person does. You're not better than the average person. I'm sick of y'all.
I think the problem is that people know that Jools does have the money in order to get her teeth redone or something like that, whatever is happening with her teeth. Does she have $45,000 on hand? Probably not. But you can do payment plans. You can find a way. You can find a workaround to get that shit done if you really needed it for your teeth. There's even something that she said online that I'm gonna drop where she was like, well, it is happening. It's already happening.
But also, we've already booked like the x-rays for me to get the surgery. So the surgery is already happening. It's already happening.
She's already done the consultations and she's already booked herself for like the x-rays and stuff like that. Okay, cool. If you've already done that, what were you going to do if nobody gave you any money? Like if your audience did not give you the money to pay for it, you were going to pay for it if you really need it. Otherwise your tooth is going to fall out your fucking mouth. Right. And that's why people are upset. Okay. You could have created some content or you could have found some other way to do it. And this is also going back to like my thesis on content creators are lazy. Even like the big content creators, like when they do the work to get to like 2.8 million or whatever, they become lazy and they're just like, my audience will pay for it, which is fucked up. Like that's kind of fucked up because your audience is not you. They don't make the money you make. They work regular jobs and stuff like that. Like that's the fucked up part about it. You know what I mean?
Love to know who you think you are, that your audience is gonna pull up and pay almost 50 grand for your bullshit ass smile. I know you fucking lying. It's embarrassing to say the least.
When people started telling Jools to simply go and get a regular job, Jools responded by saying that it's not that easy. According to her, she's now too well known and compared her situation to being a celebrity trying to work a normal job. But rather than me explaining it for her, let's hear exactly what Jools had to say in her own words, and then we'll get into how people online responded.
I'm starting a GoFundMe and I need to just let you guys know why.
This isn't for any type of like transition surgery. This isn't for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm a trans woman who takes public transportation every day. I have to work, and I haven't been working for a month or so now. And because I'm trans, because it's so hard to get a job when you're trans. And I finally got a job and I have to take public transportation. Cool. Fine. I'm going to suck it up. I'm trying to save for a car so that way things like this don't happen anymore. I've posted on my TikTok before where I've been verbally assaulted. I've been discriminated against. I've been abused. I've been sexually assaulted, harassed. I've had physical threats towards me. I've been physically assaulted, all for just being trans and existing. I just want to get to work and pay my bills like everyone else. And today, I'm on the train and then some fucking trans girl, like I see her getting off the train and she gets onto another train, and like I go into her car because I'm like, oh, like she's like me. Like I'm like, oh, I can feel safe here. And she's with a bunch of guys, and I don't know. And she decided to just out me in front of everyone. Like she literally looks at me and like starts laughing when I get on the train, and she starts smiling, and I'm thinking like, oh, she senses familiarity in me. Like she feels safe. And she, in front of everyone, goes, oh, that's a boy too. That's a man too. Like, why don't you guys get hurt too? I just want to go to work. I don't understand why this happens. I can't do this anymore though. Like, I'm gonna end up just quitting this job, and I'm not gonna have any money, and I'm not gonna be able to pay any of my bills or pay for my hormones or anything. I just want to be a normal person like everyone else has the opportunity to be, and it just feels like there's always something. Like, I didn't ask to be trans. I didn't ask for this. Like, I'm someone's daughter. I'm someone's sister. I'm someone's friend. I'm someone's grandkid. Like, why do you guys want to hurt me so bad?
People, and then also, have you ever been an internet celebrity and tried to get a job? Okay. like you've never been in that position. Why are you gonna tell me how to go get a job and you've never been in that position? I don't think I'm above getting a job. I should go get a job. I'm just saying, let's be realistic. If I couldn't get a job before Very Demure because of my social media presence, because they were like, it's a conflict of interest, at triple the size of that, do you think that that's more feasible? I'm not above getting a job. If you're interviewing, I'll go. I'm not above it. I'm not above working a 9 to 5. I'll work a 9 to 5. But it's not likely to happen. Like, it's like they're gonna like, oh, Jules Lebron. Oh, you know what I mean? And it's not that I'm posting anything controversial. Most of my videos are funny, but it's like, damn bitch, you have millions of followers.
I'm not gonna go work a regular job. And also, realistically, let's be real here. A lot of you guys haven't had the rise to virality I've had. A lot of you guys are telling me to go get a job, and you've never been in my position. Let's be real. You've never been in my position. You've never been as visible. You've never had celebrities know who you are. You've never had the world know who you are. You've never been able to leave your house and not be recognized. You're not me. That's not a read. That's the truth. So I don't know. There's not much I can say here because I think people are dedicated to a storyline that isn't true. I'm not an entitled influencer who's mega rich. I think the hive mind that's going on TikTok is doing nothing for no one. The fact that the situation's already remedied, I'm not saying don't talk about it. I'm a hot topic. But you know what I mean? Like, we're not getting anywhere now. I feel like you guys have the wrong idea. Like, it wasn't that I misspent my money and that's why, like, I'm a struggling influencer. Like, okay, yeah, I got a G-Wagon, but it wasn't even a 2024. It was a 2023. And for you guys to tell me, oh, maybe you could sell that and get like a cheaper car. I also got a Ford Focus, a 2026, but still, I'm modest. You know, I didn't just get any kind of property. I bought an entire apartment building, you know? I did things moderately. I didn't do crazy big things. I didn't say, let me buy this big house and let me get, you know, the newest G-Wagon. Let me get 5 Louis bags. I only got 4. So check yourself.
Jules, you're getting on my nerves because my whole thing is, what's your pivot? Honey, we get it. You don't want to work. You don't want to do the 9 to 5. They telling you to get a 9 to 5. You need the however much money you need for your damn teeth that they done messed up. You in a bind right now. What's your pivot? Because you're not just going to sit there and just panhandle your damn followers. And yes, we understand that people may have, you know, the visibility of like what 2 million followers on TikTok, but that may not translate into dollars. But honey, you have had a freaking, I mean, more opportunities than most people that go viral on this app. I think the thing is we're hearing a lot of complaints and not a lot of solutions, honey. You got 2 million followers. Do something, like do a podcast, do something, like go on goddamn Cooking with Quinta or Quinta, however you say the girl name. But do something, honey. You've been on Jimmy Kimmel show. You was on is it Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon? I don't know. One of the Jimmys. You've been on their show. You've been on Tamara Hall, girl. You have been out there, honey. It was time for you to do that pivot. TikTok is only temporary. I don't, y'all gotta understand this. It don't matter how many followers you got, honey. TikTok is temporary. You can have those many followers and it not do nothing for you. Okay, so they telling you to get a 9 to 5 because you keep on complaining. It's like, I mean, how many times you gonna keep on complaining about your situation before somebody be like, all right, well, just get a job? Like, and I'm not even telling you to get a job because first of all, there's people that have like over 200,000 followers that have struggled finding a job and maintaining a job because of their social media presence. So I get that is definitely something that's understandable. But honey, there are things that you can do. Honey, you want to be a big baby about it? Like, you get what I'm saying? There are things that you can do. And especially if you have the reach that you have, girl, you better hit up Spotify, hit up the podcasting platforms. I mean, if that's not your thing, do something else, do streaming, something.
Before I get into it, I just want to say I am not adding to any dog pile. I love Jools. I met her at the TikTok Awards, and I hate that this is happening to her. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Jules Lebron, who has over 2 million followers on TikTok alone and went viral for doing the whole be very demure, be mindful bit. Yeah, that lady, she came online recently and revealed that her teeth are rotting and falling out of her head and that she's in a lot of pain. She did have a deal with a dentist, but the deal fell through. So as a last resort, she created a GoFundMe and asked her followers to donate, which is where all hell broke loose, especially when she mentioned that she could get a job, but it wouldn't really help her much. That statement pissed a lot of people off because it made it sound like Jools wasn't good enough to work a 9 to 5, even though she's asking her followers that do work a 9 to 5 to donate their hard-earned money to help fix her teeth. Mind you, Jools has touched a lot of money. She's mentioned before how going viral was one of the best and worst things that could have ever happened to her because yes, she was able to fund her transition, buy anything she could have wanted, an $8,000 supercomputer, an apartment building for her and her family to live in. But the extra money also helped fuel her addiction, which is why her mouth is in the state it's in right now and she's asking for help. Now, word on the street is that she was able to find somebody to cover the cost of the dental work, which is why she took the GoFundMe down and issued everybody a refund. However, based off of her more recent videos and captions, it looks like she will be taking a step back from TikTok. Now, my personal opinion on this issue is that when you are a content creator and you have more than 1 million followers on any singular platform, the last thing you want to do ever is put up a GoFundMe like you're a regular person, especially when the GoFundMe is for yourself and not anybody else, because your audience is going to ask you, you're already social media famous. Why are you asking us for money when you could easily create content or leverage your platform to give you the resources that you need? And guess what? They're right. Even if you're just a micro influencer, the amount of money and opportunities that content creation brings you are endless. And Jools is living proof of that, which is why, in my personal opinion, I never would have made that GoFundMe. I instead would have explained the situation with my teeth, emphasized I'm in pain, explained that a deal fell through, and that if any dentist would like to come in and help, please do. That way, the focus would have been on the dentist collab rather than my personal life and money problems, leaving my audience feeling like they're being used, even though they're the reason why I live such a privileged life to begin with. But that's just my 2 cents. Let me know what y'all think down below.
A lot of you are acting like Jules Lebron came online and said, I don't want to get a regular job and I just want you guys to pay for my dental surgery because I'm too good for a regular job and you guys aren't, so give me your regular job money so I can pay for my surgery.
And that's exactly what that lady said. We're not acting like she said that. She did say it, okay? And now she wants to come back and backtrack and say, oh, well, no, I was joking, and now maybe now it's not the time to joke. No, you meant it. Even if you meant it as a joke, like that psychologist Freud said, every joke has a little bit of truth to it. You may not think that you're good enough to get a 9 to 5, but me with my 9 to 5 coins, after hearing all that money you made last year, I can't and I ain't. Not with my money. Not when I know that you had the opportunity to. Not that I'm not sympathetic to the cause. But again, it's a little bit tone deaf for you to sit around and talk about how you bought all this stuff. You have a Mercedes and all this stuff like that. And you, for some reason, can't get a 9 to 5, which I still don't understand. But you want us 9 to 5ers to put our 9 to 5 money down.
He said that working a 9 to 5 cannot get him anywhere. So I want to show you guys what working a 9 to 5 has got me. Starting off with my full set of porcelain veneers. I paid $7,000 cash for them in Miami, Florida. Come along. Fully paid off school supplies for my son. I live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment in Orlando, Florida, and I just actually moved into this apartment, so my 9 to 5 was able to get me my deposit and my first month's rent. This is my closet with all my clothes that my 9 to 5 was able to get me. And as you can see, my son's room is full of toys and furniture that my 9 to 5 was also able to get me, as well as a 65-inch TV, and not just one, but 2 and 3 65-inch TVs, and I had to pay somebody to mount them, which I also used my money that I made from my 9 to 5. Fully stocked fridge that I was also able to fund with the money from my 9 to 5. And I don't want to brag, but I was also able to buy myself this two-tone watch from K Jewelers with the money I made from working my 9 to 5. I say all this to say, don't let an influencer with over 2 million followers make you feel bad for working a 9 to 5, because I live a great life. I have money in the bank. Shawty, what you think? And I'm about to go get my lashes done and my nails done using the money from my 9 to 5.
Pack it up. Go see where they're hiring at. That's all there is to it. Like, I've come on the internet and provided so much information to followers and even haters of mine about how I have been affected by cosmetic surgery. And I have literally warned people to save their money on these procedures. And not once in all of the $80,000 I've had to pay out of my pocket to spend on my teeth have I came on here and asked motherfuckers for a cent. Y'all be so out of touch with reality, and that's the problem. Even when he said, have y'all ever tried to get a job as an internet celebrity? Baby, it don't even look like you've left out that house in that same spot in about 15 years. Like, do y'all be okay? Get off your ass and go make some money. Nobody is making money right now. I make a great amount of money, and it's even, shit is expensive for me. My gas is $150 fucking a tank. Okay? Ain't no way I'm fixing my mouth to ask somebody for a cosmetic procedure. There are people who really need those GoFundMe resources for medical and emergency situations, and y'all on here begging because you're lazy.
Literally, all Jules had to do was get up here and be like, hey, you guys, I'm about to be real open and honest with all of you. I'm experiencing some severe dental issues and I cannot afford to get my teeth fixed. So I've decided to swallow my pride, and I figured that it doesn't hurt to ask if there's any dental office out here who's interested in maybe exchanging services, where you fix my teeth and in exchange, I give your dental office promotion on my TikTok to my 2 million plus followers, or if there's a dentist out here who just has it on their heart to do something nice for someone who can't afford to pay for it. This is really embarrassing, and I know it's probably confusing to a lot of you, because as we all know, I have made a lot of money on TikTok throughout the last couple of years. But unfortunately, I made some very poor financial decisions. I was incredibly financially irresponsible, and I have now unfortunately found myself in a position where I can't afford the dental care that I'm in need of. I want all of you to know that I don't take any of your support for granted, because without your support, I would have never been able to make more money in a few months than most people make in a year or two of working their jobs. I would not have been given the opportunities that I've been given throughout the last couple of years, and I would not have been afforded the lifestyle that I have had the luxury of living over the last couple of years. All of that is thanks to you guys, and even though I do admit that I was incredibly financially irresponsible, and so to some of you it may come across as though I take the life that I've been given and the opportunities that I've been given for granted, I do want every single one of you to know that I truly appreciate your support. I had a rough time there, which unfortunately resulted in me making some really poor decisions. All I can really say is that I'm sorry. I'm learning from this. I will grow from this. I will make better financial decisions in the future, as to hopefully never have to get up here and do something like this again. But if there is a dentist out here who's interested in taking me up on one of my offers, my DMs are always open. That's it. That's literally all Jules had to do. And that would have been received far better than what Jules actually did. Because mind you, while this isn't exactly what Jules said, this is how people received what Jules said. In people's minds, Jules essentially got up here and was like, yeah, I'm too good for a regular job, but you bitches aren't. So can y'all just like save up a couple of those regular job paychecks and donate them to me so I can get my teeth fixed? Because even though obviously I made like a lot of money from the whole Demure viral moment, I just kind of blew through all of that. And now I need something that I can't afford to pay for on my own. And while I could get a regular job, like who wants to do that? So while a regular job wouldn't be good enough for me or wouldn't work for me, the money y'all get from y'all's regular jobs, that will be good enough for me. That will work for me. Hand it over. That's not exactly what Jules said, but that is how people received it. A little bit of humility, a little bit of accountability would have gone a long way. And I know that Jules apparently took down the GoFundMe and said that they're getting the work done. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a dentist out here who reached out to Jules and offered their services. If I'm not mistaken, I remember seeing a woman dentist in the comment section of Jules's video saying, hey, reach out to me. I would love to help. But asking for financial donations, especially because this is not the first time that Jules has done something like this, it is so incredibly tacky. It is so incredibly distasteful. And then when you seal the deal with, I could get a regular job, but that's just not going to work for me, so y'all give me y'all's money instead, that gives lazy and entitled. Not to mention the fact that Jules has gotten up here on more than one occasion and cried about financial struggles, just to the very next week or the very next month turn around and brag about spending large sums of money on materialistic items, on collector dolls, on concert tickets for the entire family. And while it's commendable to want to do nice things for your family, while it's totally understandable to want to do nice things for yourself, you have to plan ahead. Jules is not the only person who's been impacted by TikTok not paying the way it used to pay. But the big difference is a lot of creators, including myself, who have been impacted by the changes in the TikTok algorithm, the changes in the creator fund, the changes that have resulted in people not making as much money online as they used to, is the fact that me and a lot of other creators never made $500,000. Because that's what it's rumored that Jules made at the height of the Demure viral moment. It said that Jules was making around like $45,000 to $80,000 per video. So to make that much money, even if it was a little bit less or a little bit more than what people are saying was made, just to then turn around and get up here on a regular basis with GoFundMes for different things, it gives out of touch. It rubs people the wrong way. It leaves a bad taste in people's mouths. And while I empathize and sympathize with the fact that there was apparently some substance abuse issues that were occurring, which resulted in the dental problems that Jules is facing today, as someone who struggled with severe alcoholism for years, which did result in some dental issues that I need to get fixed myself, I don't mean for this to sound as harsh as it's going to sound, but the harsh reality is it's not other people's responsibility to pay to fix the damages that you inflicted upon yourself, especially when you have made enough money to fix those issues 10, 20 times over. And especially when there are people out here who have GoFundMes that they can't even get $1 donated to because they're suffering from something that was not self-inflicted. They have been diagnosed with cancer. Their child has been diagnosed with cancer. They got hit by a drunk driver, had to get their leg amputated, and now they can't afford a prosthetic. But while I'm not trying to turn this into a battle of like, oh, one person's struggle is greater than the other, there are people out here who are suffering from things that aren't just, oh, I made a bunch of money and chose to spend some of the money on substances and it ruined my teeth. And obviously that's not all Jules spent the money on. There were materialistic items that were bought, and if I'm not mistaken, Jules was housing like all of their immediate family. It comes across as very greedy to have made the amount of money that Jules made for doing absolutely fuck all, if we're being completely honest. It's not like Jules was out here saving lives or curing cancer or like feeding and housing the homeless. Jules was sitting on their ass making videos saying very demure, very mindful, very demure, very mindful. To have made that much money for doing essentially nothing of value, just to blow through it on absolute nonsense, and then to turn around and have the audacity to be like, I could get a regular job, but that's just not going to work for me. So you guys who are killing yourselves at regular jobs, you guys who are probably living paycheck to paycheck, you guys who have not been given even half the opportunities that I've been given, you guys who will never make the amount of money that I made in such a short period of time, you guys who do have to work the regular jobs, which are far harder than mine and probably far more important than mine and more valuable than mine, you guys should just donate your money to me. It's just a level of cognitive dissonance that is so far outside of my scope of understanding.
In my opinion, I think sometimes influencer entitlement can become too much. Some influencers become so disconnected from their audience that they forget what normal life looks like for the people supporting them. If an average person has a problem with their teeth, rent, car, or anything else, they normally have to work, save, and figure out how to pay for it. So why should that suddenly be different? Because you have followers. And yes, today we're talking about Jules, but I think this conversation is bigger than her. Jules had an incredible viral moment, brand deals and opportunities that most people will never experience. Social media fame doesn't last forever. So when you're making good money, save, invest, plan for emergencies, and prioritize the things you know need fixing. Your followers helped build your platform, but that doesn't make them your financial safety net. Support from your audience is a privilege, not something you should feel entitled to. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video. I'll see you in the next one.